Jerry DiPaula, and this is the Pitt football update for Sunday, April the 17th, the day after Pitt's Blue Gold spring game at Heinz Field. What are we to think about this Pitt team after Pat Narduzzi's second spring here at the University of Pittsburgh? Well, a lot of people are saying, and I might agree with them, Pitt could have a better team this season, but the record won't show it. Well, how about this murderer's row of opponents after the Villanova opener? You got Penn State at home, you go to Oklahoma State, you go to North Carolina, then you got Marshall and Georgia Tech at home. Georgia Tech, yeah, Pitt beat them last year, but Pitt traditionally has trouble with that option offense, and especially last year, even when they beat Georgia Tech, and even especially against Navy later in the season. And then we're not even thinking about at this point the trips to Miami and Clemson in November that are going to be very tough to handle. But as Adam Bisnawati pointed out to me yesterday, that's a fight for another day. What about this Pitt team as it stands right now? Well, the running game yesterday, to me, was a little bit subpar, which was surprising because they have a lot of depth there. But Darren Hall and Quadri Olson, 29 carries, 55 yards. Is it a running game behind, or is the defense really that good? Well, I like the Pitt front seven on defense with Hendricks at one end, and you got Soto and Tyreek Jarrett in the middle, even though Pat Narduzzi said yesterday Jarrett could stand to lose a few pounds. He still had two TFLs yesterday. Price at the other end, and you got Caprera and Galambos as veteran guys at linebacker. A nice game yesterday from outside linebacker Elijah Zeiss, who started the spring as a wide receiver, has really made a lot of progress. But then you got other linebackers coming in the summertime, guys who are hurt, Anthony McKee and veteran Bam Bradley, who could play that outside position that Zeiss played so well on Saturday. Passing game to me was a little mediocre, and especially with Nathan Peterman early. Peterman got better later. But one thing that really should be encouraging to Pitt fans is the play of Dantes Ford, who missed a lot of the spring with a leg injury, and Jester Weah finally putting that special mix of size and speed together. Those guys combined for 7 catches yesterday, 157 yards. It looks like they might be, good players, and they did it without Zach Challengeworth, who played fairly well last year before the shoulder injury. Still, there's a lot of work to do with the passing game, a lot of work to do with the running game. I think the running game will be fine once Pat Narduzzi settles on an offensive line, where injuries have made that position a little bit scrambled right now. But it's only April. They don't play until September the 3rd against Villanova. It's going to be a tough schedule. Spring is over, but Pitt still has a lot of work to do. This is Jerry DiPaula for the Pitt Football Update.